Today, I'm going to show you some of the craziest SEO prompts I've ever seen, and this is based on a Discord called Stun Spot Prompting. If you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend. I just subscribe to the tier 3 level, and these are not just like your typical prompts where it's like, I'm Julian Goldie, blah, 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 write me a blog post. No, 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 no. You can see a bunch of SEO prompts here. You've got your keyword research, SEO assistance. There's even a link building assistant in there. Solon, the SEO Sage, all sorts of avatars. And basically, the prompts are going to look something like this, which is pretty next level because it's still using English, but I'll be honest, I don't understand half of it. And essentially, what it's doing is using an avatar, for example, like Langston. It's got a bio about Langston, who is an AI entity, talks about their likes and dislikes. They definitely don't like the misuse of AI or unethical applications, which is what we want. And it's also got a personality rubric. Let me pull that up for you. Plus a skill chain. I've never seen this before, but it looks pretty crazy. And we're going to test some of them out today. So let's give it a whirl. And by the way, they do have a free prompt section on the Discord, which you can sign up to. Income stream servers, talked about them recently. And it's pretty crazy some of the stuff you can do. Definitely check out this video if you can. Great guide. And you can see here on the Discord, if you go to the prompts free section right here, you see they've got a bunch of crazy avatars that you can use for all sorts of things. So, for example, if you wanted an executive assistant, you've got Owen Burnett at the rescue here, personal assistant, who's good at strategic planning, diplomacy, leadership, etc. And what you can do is if you click download here, you can open up the prompt, then you can just copy and paste it into ChatGPT 4. And there you go. Owen Burnett is plugged in. And basically, these prompts save you a ton of time. And by using an avatar, it's a lot more engaging and creates a next level response. So the quality of the outputs that you get from AI are basically 10 times better. And then you can see here the personal assistant explains what it can do. So admin support, project management, record keeping, Microsoft Office, chat architecture, and then you can ask it to do whatever you want. Now, what we'll do next is go down to the prompts SEO section on Discord. And from here, you can see that we've got a bunch of different prompts. So there's a user guide right here on how to use these SEO prompts. And then we can just take one, for example, like Langston. And if we download that, we can plug it into ChatGPT again. And then basically all you need to do is provide the topic, keywords, information you want to include, and link schema as well. And it will include the links. So let's say you've got a keyword like cool bird names. What we're going to do is plug the information in here. You can just type the keyword into Google and get the topic name. So for example, like this one. And then we've got the search intent. So we can say, right, include 150 bird names. And you can insert your internal links. So let's grab some example internal links we could include. And just as an example, we'll include a couple of external links. And then maybe let's add some FAQs as well. So we'll take some like that from Google, plug them in, and then let's see what the content quality is like. And you can see it's creating it all in Markdown format. It's added an interesting introduction. It's got straight to the point. It's not perfect because it's not included most of the list. So we'll ask it to do that in a second. And you can also see that it's included some internal links inside the content and also some external links as well. And then because it didn't include most of the names, we just asked it to add it there and it's going off and creating it. So pretty cool. And then it adds your internal, external links. It formats it nicely, writes it in markup. Content is nice and easy to read. It's covered the FAQs we mentioned, and it's blasting out most of the content for us as well. Very simple and quick way to create SEO optimized content using this prompt. So I'm going to stop that and let's try something else. So now we've got Solon the Sage. Let's paste that into GPT-4. And basically this is like a consultant that you can ask a bunch of SEO questions to, and it takes on that persona. It's also mapped out the competencies there. You got the persona details there. And then what I've done is asked it for some ideas for a skyscraper link building campaign for my Birds website. And it's basically taught me step by step how to do that, right? So you got the research, content creation, tells you which tools to use, what to do with your content, and then how to do the outreach as well. Plus how to promote the content. Just checking out some of the tier 2 prompts as well. You can get all sorts of crazy stuff like a real estate tycoon, social media monster. So you can get some tactics for your social media campaigns. There's also a legal expert to get some legal guidance and ask some questions, etc. Pretty much everything you could think of is in that list. So pretty mind blowing. I actually saw this article as well that basically interviews Langston, the man, the myth, the legend himself, and talks through why a persona is better for AI prompting. I actually asked Solon, the SEO master, why you would use a persona instead of your average prompt. So it's talked about how basically interactions become more consistent and predictably aligned with that character's defined characteristics. So, for example, you're speaking to an SEO expert, the responses you're going to be getting will be more tailored to what you'd normally receive from an SEO expert. And it's a better experience, more trust, and it feels more human. I guess that's one of the biggest things. And then the responses are always guided towards the goal that you have, for example, SEO. So let's try out some more of the prompts. We'll try the keyword one next, and we've plugged it in, and then it's asked us what type of keywords we want. So I've said, right, give me some low competition, high volume keywords for my bird's website, nothing too niche. And then it's given us a bunch of suggestions here. So let's check them out. We'll try bird species guide first of all. A lot of these are still quite difficult to rank for. As you can see, this one that's been suggested is quite difficult to rank for, 49. Need a lot of backlinks. So let's try again and say, give me some really easy keywords to rank for that still get traffic. Some of these keywords I probably wouldn't use. So for example, like homemade bird recipes for winter, still not quite what you want. Just not enough search data on those particular keywords. But I get that because probably the tool doesn't have the data that you need. We've got the on-page perfector. So let's try this one. What we can actually do is set up a new article on Phrase.io and then use the content that we generated with Langston before to see how well it performs before and after using the on-page optimizer. So we'll paste those bird names in here. There we go. And let's see what the topic score is right now. So right now it's 30% using the content from Langston, which is not bad. I've definitely seen worse. But let's see how we can perform if we use the on-page optimizer. So we're going to go back to our prompt here, and this is where I pasted in the on-page specialist prompt. We'll say, can you re-optimize my page? And now it's asking for the content, the keywords, metadata, HTML structure, and technical elements plus images. So what I'll do is I'll take all the content from this page. I'm not going to bother with metadata, but I'll say current keywords, cool bird names, and then I'll put LSI keywords. Then we can take some LSI keywords from the Google results. We'll paste those in there and let's see what happens. And then now it's given us a content audit based on what we've plugged in. So it talks about the keyword research, keyword placement, content structure, and it's given us a bunch of actionable tips that we could improve in our content, which is quite interesting. Because if you implemented those actions, and they are very easy to implement, right? For example, ensure the primary keyword cool bird names appears in the introduction a few times, include the LSI keywords, etc. Analyzes the readability of the content. So basically, you've got a list of actions there that you can use to improve your content, take it to another level, and therefore improve your topic score here, which would help you bridge the gap between where you are and where your competitors are. As you can see, competitors have an average score of 40%. This page right here has an average topic score of 30%. So let's say, could you rewrite the introduction based on your recommendations? And we've got the introduction here. It's rewritten it based on our keyword and LSI keywords. So we'll paste that into the article and you can see the topic score has gone up from 30% to 34% already, right? So this is the content before, paste in the new introduction, the content afterwards. And then if you did that across all your content, your topic score would be up, your LSI keywords would be in there, and content would be improved. So quite a powerful prompt. On the Discord as well, there's some really interesting chats. For example, like this engineering chat right here. You can ask Tony Stark some questions. For example, how would you achieve negative inflation from a tech point of view? And basically this interacts with the personas created on the Discord. And the same for this one, you've got Sir Winston Churchill himself answering some questions. So you can ask the bots questions, etc., tag them in. And like I say, it's got a bunch of free prompts as well. And this isn't just useful for SEO, but pretty much everything you can use these prompts for. So for example, you can even ask David Goggins for some motivation tips. So let's try that. So if your website ever gets hit with an algorithm update, you can say, right, I feel lost. What should I do? And it gives you a bit of mindset training on how to deal with those algorithm updates and when your traffic drops. It even gives you some tools like Google Analytics and Search Console to fix it. And honestly, pretty good advice, right? Review your backlinks, audit your content, stay updated, etc. So thanks so much for watching. If you want access to this Discord, they do have some free prompts, like I said. You can get that at Stun Spot Prompting. So if you just type it into Google, you'll see StunSpot right down here. Click on it, join the Discord server, and it is definitely worth checking out. One of the things I would say is that it made me realize the prompts we often create are very basic and simple compared to these. I mean, if you look at the way they're written, they're engineered in a way that doesn't even make sense to me, and that's very interesting. So I'm going to check out more about that. He has got a 2-hour YouTube video talking about how the prompts are created, which you can see right here. It's a long one, but probably worth watching. And if you want free access to my ChatGPT AI SEO course to increase your rankings, get more leads, traffic, and sales from Google, then feel free to check that out. It's completely free in the comments. And if you want more tutorials like this, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.